Tour. I need a bus or something at this point, but I'm gonna try to get all done before the new year. I'm getting all the East Coast classes before snow starts, because I'm in the when it gets hotter, I'm gonna go West Coast. So this is a Chisel 121. It's like a milky white. I'm gonna use my monomer, my nail dad monomer, and also my 14 brush. EMA monomer works really good with any powder. Those guys have it. This is the milky white. It's like a soft white, so I can also paint over it. It won't be that big of an issue. I've used my triple XL tips. I'll cut it down to be nice and taper here. So yeah. Where can you order chisel powder? Pretty much any online nail supply store will have it. Local nail supply stores will have it also. So Chisel's actually pretty well known out there, and it's pretty available widely. And like I said, with my monomer, just nice and medium. I'm using a 14 brush. And just nicely, you know, like I said before, I use my brush to have control over my powder. I never let the powder drip. I never tap it. I'm always going to use my brush to brush it through, because that gives me very even consistency and not control, and I can get my shape and everything very well. Anytime that you have to let the powder do what it has to do, it kind of shows that you don't have control over it, and I really want to have control over everything I do when it comes to the brush, because I am the nail tech. That's for me, my personal preference. So make sure I brush it in, because when you brush it in, the brush is going to make everything nice and smooth and even. That's what we're looking for, right? Consistency, nice thickness, even thickness. Make sure I sculpt, getting excess out. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, see that? Nice, consistent thickness throughout the nail. Love my monomer and brushes. Thank you so much. And thank you, and I appreciate all the support. So now I'm gonna do my second bead. So yeah, my classes are just booking right now, and I'm gonna be traveling a lot coming up, guys. Feel a little bit overwhelmed, but I think I can manage it. Then maybe to control the powder, make sure I get my structure properly, nice and even, you know, so I don't have to do too much work later with hand filing and such. But I make sure I don't bleed my cuticle out, because my monomer is a medium setting. It's not gonna run the powder. You know, as long as you have the ratio down. And look at that. This is exactly what I want. Just enough structure, given the length and the thickness. And this is the slight C-curve tip, so it has a little bit of C-curve, so I do have that durability there. But it's not gonna be too thick, because later when I hand file, I'm gonna even everything out, and I'll be able to have a nice, see that? It's already nice and shaped, right? No, Sassy, I don't ship internationally, unfortunately. It's just customs and all that stuff is just too much hassle. Give it 30 seconds for it to marble. 1, 2, 3. And look how it gets marbling. That means I know it's ready to drop. And I drop my bead. The monomer will do its job. All I gotta do is control the powder. When I want it to move, I will move it. I don't rely on gravity. I rely on technique. Because as long as I'm in control of this powder, it's gonna do what I want it to do. This is why the brush is called a brush, guys. So you can brush in your product, right? Look at that. See? I'm sorry for all the international supporters. Yes, it's just customs and all that stuff. It's just not worth buying products. My second bead. A little bit runny, but it's okay. Since my monomer is going to take over, I have a crimp brush. I can actually clean the sides here. I put that on a little too soon. You guys see I didn't wait that 3 seconds and it ran on me a little bit, but it's okay. I'll recover. because I have a crimp brush, so I can use these edges and just clean out what I have overflowed. See that recovery? Just make sure you don't panic. It's shit like that happens even to me. You see that? I just calmly make sure that I control the powder where I need it. I make sure that it doesn't overflow. Make sure I clean it before it dries up. Now I have a nice application once again, nice and smooth. This would be considered a long to XL, not double XL, a little bit shorter than XL. I need this refresher. It's been a while since I'm doing nails. Oh yeah. Hey Sylvie, how are you? Hello everybody at Asia, how are you? That's this group. Yeah, ratio, you just gotta play with it, okay? As you see, my ratio got a little bit screwed up too. There. Say 1, 2, 3, let the powder marble. That means you know it's ready to be put on. Hello Huang, how are you? It's crazy that I have so much support in Texas and Carolinas. They're fighting for classes over there, guys. I don't have enough dates left in the year, but I would try to make sure everything works. I think I might do like a Carolina tour. I might have to do 2 classes in the Carolinas, north, south. I forgot there's 2 Carolinas out there, the northern and the southern Carolinas. Salon rate class is definitely a fan favorite right now. A lot of people are seeing the results from the classes and just so blessed to have it. So I'm gonna give this a little more time. Remember how runny it was? So about maybe 1, 2 more seconds. So I gotta learn my lesson. See that? Now it's less runny. There we go. See? That's why we make adjustments as nail techs. We adjust, we adjust, we adjust. Okay? Oop, I kind of pat that down a little bit too much, but this is why I love having a crimp brush. You cannot do this with a round brush. Having the crimp brush allow you to be able to make up, like, clean the sides like this, like nice and crisp. A round brush will have a pointed brush. It won't allow you to do that as well. Not to say you can't do it, but it won't allow you to do it as well. That's all. And Chisel 121 is such a nice milky color. Very good base color for anyone that wants to use it for like a cover powder for you to put designs on it. I'm gonna use it as a cover powder also. And I'm doing a 2 bead method. It's very consistent. 2 bead. Oop, we got a little bit extra on there, but that's okay. You can't believe North Carolina sold out. There's possibly another North Carolina class. Let me get all that settled, but it's gonna be very limited. Someone has already booked it out, as in like they have enough people to bring me to North Carolina again. So whatever extra space they have after their people are in there, I'll open that for the public. But like I said, you know, first come, first serve. There's already a group that's like, okay, we need another North Carolina class. It's like a school, so her and her students are gonna bring me there again. Either I do it early January or I do it right after my other North Carolina class, do 2 classes in 1 week. One, 2, 3, 47 marbles. That means the monomer is starting to seep in. When you first make contact with the monomer, it does not mean that the product is already in. That means that it's already working. It takes a couple seconds for the product to say, hey, I'm gonna be runny, I'm gonna be dry. So give it some time, okay? Don't just slap it on there right away, because the last thing you want to do is have to worry about it on the nail. If you have to hold on to the brush for a little bit longer to get it to the right consistency, do that. Very important. Just because you picked up the bead does not mean you have to throw the bead onto the nail, okay? That flushed cuticles. Ooh, love me some flushed cuticles. Smooth transition. I should probably be done with the application with the set probably in less than 15 minutes. 15 to 18 minutes, I think is what my go-to is once I'm living. 15, definitely under 15 with application on this set if I wasn't living, but this cuts out a lot of my time for those guys that have timing issues. All the application. Seattle, I will be coming up there probably in the summer, early winter. So maybe February, late January, I'll do all the West Coast classes. And then I'll come back over to East Coast, Northern States once the snow is done. Me no like the snow, okay? So all you cold states, y'all gotta wait it out. Eventually I'll have like a certain like venue or like, you know, area where I go to the most, and I'll start repeating classes. But right now I'm trying to hit up every state. One of my goals when I first started doing this a couple years ago, a year and a half ago, is I want to hit up all 50 states. First educator to go all 50 states. And I'm almost halfway there, guys, in a year, so. Speed's a little dry. Did I not have enough monomer? It's okay, I have to work a little quicker. Oh, it was drier than I thought it was gonna be. The ratio was way off. Strange. It's okay, get a little bit more pressure, smooth it in. So what happens when your application is not up to par? You gotta utilize what? Your ability to drill, hand file. I think I'll be okay here because I didn't have too much powder, so I'll be able to make up with a little bit more powder here. Have a little bit missing powder here, so I'm gonna put some powder here and smooth out that transition from the apex to the main base of the nail. And there we go. Just like that. We fixed it up. Nothing's always perfect, but if you gotta go back through and, you know, finesse it a little bit, it's fine too. Right? No one's perfect, right? Not even me. You guys just saw that. That B was way too dry. So now I gotta put more time into doing all this to make it nice and even.
What's that?
That's one hand down.
Hi.
Look at that cuticle area, guys.
I tried calling you earlier.
She's coming to Virginia. I actually already have a class in Virginia. I'm going this weekend, Arlington, Virginia.
Hey. I believe you. How was your day?
Dallas, Houston right now are open up. I'm really trying to do Kansas City, man, but it's hard because I don't know anybody there. I don't know any venues there.
Well, he's online, so let me call him then. Okay, bye.
See that level of respect, guys? She gotta hang up her phone because I'm on live. So I think one thing about my salon ready course is really appealing to a lot of people is the time management. I'm able to make sure I can cut down the students' time by at least 30 minutes, guaranteed every time if they wanted to take a class. A lot of my students have told me, have messaged me and say, hey, I did this in less than, you know, an hour, and it's like they're shook by it. Yes, there's certain things that you have to experience in class. I have to sit there and I have to see your habit. I have to see what you're doing that's excess. A lot of people ask me, how do I get faster? Well, of course I can tell you how, but I don't know how you are as a nail tech and what you're doing that's making you slower or costing you time. That's why when they're in class, I'm able to see it. I'm like, this is why you're doing this, and then they learn and they adjust. Chisel color is 121, solid. Cali again, of course. I may try to come to Kansas. What? Germany? What are you doing in Kansas? You're from Michigan, aren't you? I'm surprised the Kansas class is close to you. I got a little bit of acrylic here, so but it's still wet, so I may have to force it out. Okay, guys, make sure you check your brush. See that? This is a little bit build up because from my previous set that now it's starting to break open because I'm having contact with monomer. That's why I say I clean my brush during my application. You'll feel it. I didn't do a good job cleaning my brush for the last set I did with this brush, so there's a little bit of acrylic there. And you guys see how I show you guys the bead? I'm showing you guys the marbling process that acrylic goes through when you first do this, because acrylic doesn't just monomer and boom, it's good. It actually goes through a process of marbleization that you have to compensate for, and depending on your monomer, depending on your product, you have to know the timing. I say for my monomer specifically, I give it a 3-second rule. That means I give it 3 seconds to do its thing, to let me know. And then that's when I know when to place my bead. I'm not gonna just go powder, monomer to nail, because that's when you run the issues with powder just drying too fast or drying too slow or running all over the place. Someone that wants control over their product, that's the last thing I want to do. Application is definitely just a repetition of everything you know over and over again, right guys? Really not that hard, you know? And check your side profile, make sure you have everything, like not everything is perfect. If I have some powder missing here, I'm gonna add some more, okay? I'm not gonna leave it alone. It only takes you a few seconds to fix it. Don't be lazy. It'll save you a lot of time later with filing and trying to balance everything out. This is my 14 brush, crimped. Let's go wrestling in Kansas. I think Kansas, I have a special guest. I have Tino Votino with me in Kansas, hopefully. And we just gotta get that venue down. Jen, what are you guys doing out in Kansas? Like, that's so far away from you where you're at, is it? Or am I wrong? You guys go from Cincinnati to Kansas? See, I'm always shaping with my brush. That's when the shaping is done. Okay, everybody? If you want to do shaping, shape with your brush, okay? The hand filer is just for you to use to make sure that the shape is crisp, cleaning up, okay? Don't rely on the hand filer for shaping. It's gonna cost you a lot of time in your set. And that little gem I just dropped there. Is Chisel a good product? It's an amazing product. It's one of the best. You need, which finger? Is it done?
Yeah.
Chisel is probably one of the best products on the market right now for the price. It's shocking that people don't know about Chisel. I'm actually shook by it. That's why I just feel like the industry right now is so much focused on social media that, you know, Chisel they're just a brand that doesn't need social media. They're already big and established, so I guess that's one of the weak points. That's why people don't know them. And I'm glad to be able to give you guys such a great product, such an affordable price, a reasonable price. You know, you're never gonna get any product of this quality at this price on the market. No cap, for real. You'll pay half the price of any product, big brand, premium brand, and you'll get double the quality. Dakota, I don't understand, so I don't. You have to probably Google Translate that if that's a question. See, I'm adding monomer as I go. I add what I need, okay? Don't just pour so much monomer on there. You do not want to run that situation, okay? How you feel about not polished acrylic? Not polished acrylic is good. It's actually one of the best products out there. If you had to choose between if you want to pay premium prices and you choose between like Valentino or not polished or Young Nails, I'd definitely say go with Young Nails because not polished is actually cheaper than Young Nails and Valentino. They're a lot better. But not polished price is not going to match up with Chisel prices. Chisel is the same quality, premium quality, at the same, at cheaper price. I have to really do a deep clean on my brush here when I'm done with this. Make sure it's all out for my next set. I only got 2 fingers left, so I'll be just fine. That's just me being honest with you guys. If I'm gauging quality and price, I'm gonna give you that, Yeah, let me know so I can spray some water on it. Look. So you factor by price and you factor by quality. I would definitely say Wave Gel and Chisel will take the market based on price and quality. But not to say the other brands aren't good too. I just have to gauge it by price too, guys. Just because it's good doesn't mean that it's not the only thing we have to consider when we're buying products. But if you buy something that's expensive that doesn't work good, that I have a problem with. And you guys see me spoke up on that before. Anybody that's selling stuff at premium prices and doesn't work good, I have an issue with that. I don't care how big your company is and how much support you have on social media and this and that, but your price has to match the quality. The quality has to match the price of your product. And that's actually not too much to ask for, right? As a consumer, we just want to be able to get, if we're paying a good price, I want to be able to get the quality, right? Like for $12 and 2 ounces of this product right here, the Chisel. Hey, I can do that. And the product doesn't marble, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't have any issues with drying too fast. Hey, what's up, Long? You ready for Chicago, Long? You know why? The room is warm right now, that's why. Okay. All right, I'm done with the application. I should be around the 18-minute mark, hopefully. And I'm gonna do a really deep clean on my brush. Here's a trick, guys. Feather through like this. And if you feel anything inside, that means that there's still acrylic in there. Don't worry, because if you've been using this brush in monomer, that means that the acrylic is still soft. Lightly clean out. Feather through again. And you will feel the acrylic, okay? A lot of times we look at the brush and it looks clean like this. Not true. So we're definitely gonna make sure we dab it in there. And once you feather through and you see the bristles are all separated, you know that there's no acrylic sticking onto the bristles, you're good to go. Where I crimp the brush, you'll be able to form it how you like it, and the brush will stay that shape. That's how I clean my brush every time, during sets, okay? So I keep my brush really nice. Nilia Chisel doesn't sell their products on their webpage. They just show you the colors. They're a distributor. They distribute to online stores. They distribute to local nail supply store. Check your local nail supply store. They'll have it. Hey Jessica, how are you? I love Chisel. Thanks Tuck for popping my cherry and sending me the fils acrylics. They're really life changer. Okay. Am I gonna encapsulate? No, I don't. I don't need to encapsulate this product. This product is already dry. It's already durable. It doesn't require encapsulation. That's one thing about Chisel and the companies I use that I like is there's no encapsulation required. I know you guys use a lot of products you have to encapsulate. Not this product, okay? I'm not gonna go through the application process another time. This is one of the biggest things I was saying. Now I'm just gonna go through and quickly shape the nail. Remember, this is just to help shape my nail, get it nice and crisp. I'm not trying to do too much with it. What's happening in Chicago? Oh, we have a design class there with Tino and Vina. We're just teaching advanced designs, covering designs only, and we're using up to 2 days to do designs. So now I'm just gonna remove any excess that I have, and any spots I really have to remove. And that's what the hand file is for. A lot of people rely on this to shape. It's good, but you'll take too long shaping. And just remember, the more you shape, the worse your shape gets, okay? Because remember, when you're shaping, you're actually removing product, okay? So you can overfile also. Be careful on that. And I'm just gonna go through and shape real quick, and then I'll do hand filing on the base of the nail. Then I do my cuticle work, and I'm all set. Really don't have to spend too much time here because my application is nice and smooth. My local store had only a different one last time. I'll contact some online stores and see, hopefully I can get them to provide you guys with, because like I said, Chisel doesn't have their own website, so I don't have any promo codes or anything like that. Not that it needs it, because this product is already affordable as it is. But I'll try to get some online websites to sponsor or something like that. And there you guys have it. Just very quick, maybe less than 5 minutes. And we have ourselves a nice shape set. I'm gonna go through and hand file, pretty much evening out the base of the nail. I can use a drill bit, but the drill bit may be a little bit harder because it's smaller and this is a long nail. Using hand filer as definitely get, it smooth out quicker and easier and faster for me, consistency wise. And later on, I just use my drill bit to do the cuticle area, and I get a nice buff, and I'm good to go. See? Nice and smooth. Because this hand filer will be able to... I'm using a circular motion. Remember, we still have to have some kind of arch with the nail to give it some durability. So see, I'm going circular with the hand filer. So I'm just going to go in a circle like this. But even though this is a flat surface, if I go circular, I'll give that nice arch. Ordered some things last night, very affordable. Can't wait to try it. Yeah. And a lot of you guys, this hand filing technique is definitely very important for you guys that are doing longer nails. Okay, save some time. This is actually a cheaper filer I got from a nail supply store. I'm out of stock out of my 100 by 100. I can tell there's a difference in quality right away. If this was my hand filer, I actually would be able to go through it really a lot quicker. But, until I restock on that, even I don't have it in stock. You guys see that? Let me zoom in for you guys here. Let's see. the better your application, the quicker and smoother that'll be. And this is straight tip, so yeah, I still have my apex, but not too big, because you know, apex is based on the length and the base of the client's nails. A lot of people try to focus too much on apex. You don't have to. Just gotta make sure you're good enough apex and you're good to go. And eventually you'll start to notice what apex is good for what. Jesus, people actually promoting stuff in there? Godly. I think they're gonna be promote movies and stuff. It looks like there's a little dent in the middle of the nail. How are you gonna fix that? There is no dent. See, it's just straight across. Any little dent is just on any uneven surfaces. That's why when you hand file, you kind of bring everything together. Oh, you mean the middle nail? Yeah, it's. I just smoothed that all out. Because remember, straight tip sometimes when I'm trying to build curvature, it's not going to be perfect, you know? So you try to get as perfect as possible. Once you smooth it out, everything is going to be nice and smooth. See the middle finger? There you go. What this does is just brings you're never going to hit the client's finger because your apex is there. It's going to smooth out your transition from your apex to your nail. You ever notice that whenever we use curved tips, we get a little bit more smoother transition because it's already curved. With straight tips, it's kind of straight out, so we have to actually make up for that by blending and, you know, like hand filing techniques. Depending on, you know, if I had like my good day where I'm applying like super amazing like 1 beads or something like that, then yeah, you know, I wouldn't have to do this as much, but this is still a good technique to just consistently do. Yeah, my monomer definitely is not stronger than, has that odor like a Mia Secret. Mia Secret is very loud. I actually used to use Mia Secret a lot until I started getting headaches because I'm in like a little studio inside my salon. I don't have the ventilation like I was when I used to work in my big in the big salon, like outside. So I used to get headaches. I was wondering, why am I getting headaches? And I realized it was the Mia Secret monomer because I switched the monomer out, and yeah, then I started developing my own monomer. I wanted to find something that's 100% EMA, you know, that has, you know, works with a lot of products, medium settings. I don't really like monomer that runs too much because I like to be able to work with my powder really fast, but it gives myself more time. I guess you saw earlier. And this filer is just really what's holding me back, because it's supposed to be 100 by 100, but it's like a fine 100 by 100, so it's not as gritty as I liked it to be. So like it's taking me longer to actually hand file than I usually hand filer. I can't wait till my filers go back in stock because I can't find anything like mine out in this supply store right now. That just goes to show that stuff are a different quality. Like they literally put 100 by 100 at the nail supply store for these filers. All my staff were like complaining, like, when are your filers gonna be back in stock? And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm over here struggling too. But there, I'm done with that. Do the other hand, and then yeah, it's already worn out. Oh! I found one. That's not in my drawer. That's not that much used. Oh my god, so much better. You guys can already hear the difference. So when I say that these sets like this, getting from cuticle work, application, shaping it down, you should be able to get this down in less than an hour. An hour as the longest. I think that's the ideal time. So you guys give yourself time for designs and all that stuff. So you don't run into those sets where you have to do 3-hour sets. I think 3-hour sets are so long and it's excruciating. I know that a lot of you guys are into that 2.5 hours, 3-hour sets. Cut down that time. Because you can't control how fast you can do the design, but at least cut your time down with your set so that you have more time to do the design. So you're not running into that 2 hour mark and above. Stick with, I think, any application, any length, because how rudimentary and how fundamental application is, where it's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, same process over and over again. You should be able to get this done in less than an hour easily. I'm living, I'm talking, answering questions, and responding to people. So yeah, it might take me a little bit longer. It costs me about 10, 15 minutes. But if I were to do this just me working, I'd probably get done in about 30 to 40 minutes easily. I'm more focused. See, I'm just getting the crisp of the shape down first. And it's possible. Don't think it isn't. A lot of you guys are working at home. You're probably talking to your client, doing this, doing that. You're not noticing it, but it actually costs you your time. If you want to work. You can talk to your clients, but you don't have to go full in depth. Have to know everything about it. Respond to them. Minimize your socializing so that it doesn't cost you your time. I know that sounds like crazy, me telling you I'm not telling you to completely not talk to your client. I'm telling you, you don't have to like, when the client spills the tea, you don't have to refill the teacup, Just like, okay, yeah, keep it conversational so that you can focus on your work, get your work done. I think about 20 minutes of your time is probably talking to clients and back and forth and just hanging out. Is there an order how you do shaping? I do the shaping the same way every time. You see that? Same. I do 1, 2, 3 on the sides, 1, 2, 3 on the sides. Make sure that they're nice and balanced. I don't try to shape too much, like I told you guys, because shaping actually, the more you shape, the worse you get. You guys see the difference between my hand filer and the last one? You can even hear it. Like, I can feel the difference. I need to get my shit back in stock for real though. Can't wait. I don't know why this keeps falling towards me. This is a dip people were talking about. It says lighter in this area. I don't think you guys can notice it. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. It says lighter in that area, and there's more scratchy here. That means that there's an uneven surface here. But if I put my straight edge on that, it's gonna balance it out. It's gonna take off what is uneven, and it's gonna balance evenly with that area. And once I see the area starts to get more matted and scratched up, that means that I'm getting close. So I know when to just ease up, so I don't overextend and make it too thin now. Later I'm gonna paint some these white and then black and do like slime designs and stuff like that, Beetlejuice. I'm gonna make sure I have a nice structure set that's gonna stay on, so that my designs will stay on. And the last step after I'm done with this is just cuticle work. And then we're gonna buff, and we're gonna wash hands and then design. I guarantee that I'll be finished before the hour ends. See on this one, a little light spot right there. One thing I like about hand filing is you can tell your progress by just looking at the nail. It does seem like it's tiring, but actually it really isn't for a lot of you guys that are like starting to do hand filing. In the beginning, it does feel like tiring, but once you get used to it, it's almost like working out, You get stronger because the technique becomes more refined, and then you actually become more comfortable with it. Okay. First left. This is about, should be 5 to 10 minutes on each hand, depending how long your nail is and depending how your application is. If your application is better, you should get done quicker. If your application is a little bit, you know, bumpy, then yeah, it's gonna take you a little bit more time. But like I said, that's why application is so important, because it cuts down a lot of time and for you to do everything else. All right, now for everybody's favorite part, cuticle work. This is what keeps the nails sealed in, no lifts. Well, there's always gonna be some sort of lift, okay guys? Let's be honest, okay? There's not no miracle product, but minimal. After about 2-3 weeks, they'll start to lift minimal. But that means that's the time when clients have to come in and get the nails done anyways. But if you're lifting within the week, then you definitely need to seal your cuticle better, or better prepping. Most of the time it's cuticle. Products, marginal. Primer is all you need. You don't need all that fancy stuff. Unless you want to spend the money on that fancy stuff, even if you have that fancy products, you still will have lifting if you don't have good cuticle work. And I'll show you right now what good cuticle work is. I'm gonna zoom in for all those, like the ASMR. I will be using my go-to, which is my Sharp 5-in-1 crosscut tungsten. And here we go. If you see any red, it's just the Halloween design, don't worry. I flushed my acrylic well earlier, so I don't really have to do a lot. I'm gonna get it right in between. And I'm gonna flush the cuticle area down so that when it grows out, it doesn't have anything. See that right there? That's an overhang. If I don't even that out, it's gonna lift. And now I don't really have to worry about the whole base of the nail because I just hand file, everything's even. I'm more focused on just the cuticle area, blending just this area here. This bit comes in safety also for those that don't have really, like, still practicing with cuticle work. It's the same exact bit, except it's more cambered so that you don't cut the client. So this is the sharp version I'm using. Everybody should always want to move up to the sharp version, okay? You want the sharp version. You'll be able to get that crisp cuticle just like that. There you guys go. Hey Dawn, how are you? Hello, Boran. There we go. We just do the same thing. Cuticle area. Remember earlier we have to control our powder, make sure it doesn't bleed all over the place. So now it's easy for us to know where the cuticle area is, where it meets. We're able to go right in between with that sharp edge. Right before we hit the nail base, we'll feel it. We're able to blend this in. And that right there is cuticle work. That's it. Very simple, right? Don't want to over drill either. If you sit here drill too much, yes, you're gonna blend this out. It's gonna be too thin, and that can also crack when the nails start growing out. See? Hi from UK. Yikes. Thank you. As you can see, I didn't clip her cuticles or anything because I really utilize the cuticle area. If there's any excess cuticle, I'm cleaning out right now, as you can see. Unless your client has a lot of cuticles, you don't really have to do it. I just don't want to do it because I don't want to make her cuticles all tender and bare. And when I do this, it's gonna like accidentally cut her. It's gonna be very sensitive, you know. So this is when I kind of clean out the excess cuticle. Like I said, if your clients have a lot, then yes, maybe you have to trim a little bit down first before you do application. But if it's like very minimum, you know, cut down that time that you're doing that by doing it during this process. See that? Her cuticle is getting nice and pushed back too. Oh, got that 1K. Someone screenshot for me? One of my students in here screenshot for me. Haven't hit 1K in a while. Welcome everybody. This little Beetlejuice set, I'm gonna do some gel art designs on later. So one of my students screenshot for me and send it to me later. Thank you. Now there's a lot of you guys in here. Yeah, see how I did everything in steps? I don't have to worry about this because I already did that. Because if I were to go like this, it's going to make it very uneven. Are you going to use your gel paints? I will use some of it. The Beetlejuice, I will use my black gel paint for sure for the Beetlejuice lines. And I'll use white gel polish. I don't need the gel paint for that. I don't have the colors for Beetlejuice, so that's why I'm not using my gel paint. But if you have my gel paint, it definitely works too. You see, I'm just blending everything in. If you try to do this whole thing like this, it's a little bit harder. See how it leaves indents? That's why we use the hand filing. Now I'm gonna just focus on this area here. That's what I need. Very quick and simple, easy, nice flush cuticles. Look at that, flush cuticles. You scared me. You
I had a chill.
You got the chills? Yeah, don't have the chills when I'm drilling in your nails, okay? Thank you, Ellie. All right. Hopefully I can get one of these, probably this whole year, you're gonna see this client getting Halloween nails for like until Christmas. She's been waiting for Halloween nails since last Christmas. So we've gotten it on her before. We've gotten, what else? And can someone tell me what my timing is right now? Where I'm at the set? I'm should be around 45 minutes, 48 minutes. It looks scary when you get near the cuticles. It is scary. But if you have the technique down and you have control, you see how I'm anchoring my fingers, my pinky, and I'm really have a lot of control over this bit, and I'll be able to just get it where I need it. I'm not gonna spend too much time around it back and forth, right? A lot of you guys are drilling like this. See how there's no anchor? You need to use whatever you're comfortable with, a pinky, whatever you're holding your billet with. See how I'm anchoring in. So that I'm very stabilized, that whenever I move it, I'm very precise with my movement. So that I don't cut the client. See? Compared to if you're just holding it freehand, you don't have anything to anchor it down. Yes, this sounds scary. But you know, I've done this probably thousands of times, and I have very good cuticle work technique, so I'm very confident in it. So, but this is one thing you have to do, guys. You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to know how to do it, because this is what seals in. I'll be honest with you. This is where the lifts come from. Whenever we get lifts, where are the lift coming from? Here. Why is that? Because this area, a lot of nail techs are scared. They don't know how to go around it. They don't know how to clean it up like this. So then they get lifts here, and then they'll start to compromise the nails, and they'll start to pop off. Okay? If you have lifting problems, you got to really target what the real problem is. Buying different primers and dehydrators and Banana Bond, James Bond, you know, all that stuff is not going to help, because if you can't seal this acrylic into the nail, it's going to lift. It's called wear and tear, you know. That's why I encourage nail techs that if you have lifting, it's not more or less the product, it's just the technique. And I'd rather have you focus on your technique and fix the problem that is the issue 99% of the time than spend money on certain things that will, you think that will help you, but it really won't. So yeah, so for a lot of you guys, this is it. I stand by this. You know why? I've done a set live where I didn't use primer. I just prepped. I didn't use anything. I prepped. I did the nails. And to prove a point, because I've been saying this ever since I've been doing live. I've been telling people to do this. So I told the client she was fine with it. And I prepped, did cuticle work. A month later, the client came back. I did the live again with the fill. And I showed everybody on live the same set a month later with no primer, no dehydrator, just cuticle work and good prepping. No lifts, not even one piece of lifting a month of growth. So yes, I definitely proved my point. So I'm not just saying this, just to hate on products. No, you use your primer, use your dehydrator, use whatever you're not to use. But if you still have lifting problems, you really got to focus on the technique. And at the end of the day, this is it. This is what seals it in. This is, if you ever get a bottle pop that has not sealed in properly, it loses its fizz, it's flat. Same thing, you gotta seal it in. Seal it in, okay? And yes, it's scary. Yes, this is not something that a brand new nail tech is gonna jump in and do right away. I'm not trying to tell you that that this is gonna happen overnight, okay? I'm trying to say that gradually get yourself to where you're comfortable holding the client's underhand grip, not overhand grip. Because if I hold the clients like this, I can't see shit. I see a lot of people tell people, hey, this is how you hold the client's nails when you work. If look at my camera, if I'm looking down, I can't see shit. Where am I gonna work? You need to be able to hold underhand because you're putting pressure downward so that stabilizes the nail so it doesn't slip out of your hand. You need to anchor your pinky to the nail so that you have stability. So that every time you're using your drill bit, it's gonna be where you need it without having it wobbling. That whole overhand grip thing, sounds ridiculous to me. That's probably one of the strangest things that people are telling people to do nowadays. An overhand grip to block your vision of the area that you're working on. I'm sorry, but no cap, no thank you. I don't think that's a bunch of BS. It makes no sense holding overhand grip. Now I'm gonna clean up underneath any kind of excess powder. Use a sanding band. I'm really comfortable with this drill bit, so I'm gonna use this. I know you guys know who I'm talking about, but we're not gonna mention any names. But that's me, honestly, no cap. Like I so disagree with the whole overhand grip thing. It makes no sense to me. And this just clean up anything underneath, excess powder that may have flow under there. No, we're not perfect. And use my triple XL C-curve, non-C-curve tips here. Such a good structure. I do like play up underbody. Crap, I need a buffer. Tweet. Let me go buffer, huh? What buffers? Oh, no, I got it. Got it. I got it. So, now we just buff, and we're good to go. Because remember, we did our hand filing already. A good buff. And if we have to go back through and check our shape, we can go back through and check our shape after this, okay? So I should be under an hour for sure. Hopefully. I don't think it's been an hour, right? Look at that. I mean, that's just beautiful. Right, guys? So pretty. Good structure, good apex. Come on. That's what we try to achieve, right? Can't get any better than that. 56 minutes. Okay, I got 4 minutes to spare. I can go to the bathroom, take a quick break. Just kidding. But you guys see how I don't know my time, but I definitely I don't have a clock in front of me, but I definitely know my timing because I can break down my sets. I know how long it takes me to do certain things, you know. That's why as nail techs you start developing that. When you start breaking down your sets, you know exactly how long you do a certain thing, how long it takes you to do that, and eventually you'll be able to break down your sets and know exactly your timing without even knowing. So I knew I was about under an hour, for sure. And those are techniques and those are just habits that you start building as a nail tech, and it's not bad to have, right? So I'm gonna check my shape again. Wow, look at this. Guys, come on. Yes, this is beautiful. Look. You can screenshot that for effect. Consistency. Right? Consistent every nail. I do the same thing over and over. Look at that consistency. I can sit out here with a top coat and take $100 easily, but I'm not. See that? Consistency. Make sure my shape's nice and crisp. Perfect every time? I wouldn't say every time, but I try to do most of the time, okay? No one's perfect. Always striving for success, but that is beautiful. And under an hour. Okay, wash hands. I'm gonna borrow your phone later, do some side profile pics, okay? So now I have a good 30 minutes. You working Apex? Yeah, okay. Anh ơi, cho em hỏi làm dip mà không cho chạy máy giữa được lâu không anh? Nếu em làm dip mà em không dựa máy á, thì cũng ok. Miễn sao em dip trên cuticle rất là đều. Ok, tại vì dip nó khác bằng bột. Dip nó dùng glue base nó ban dễ hơn. Mà anh recommend em phải dũa at least some dũa sơ đó. Dũa sơ cuticle. Yes guys, I'm multilingual. So mấy anh chị đang coi em nói tiếng Việt được, đọc tiếng Việt được. Okay? Do you sculpt too? No, I don't. But I might try sculpting. I watched Nail Dance in the beginning. I've never been able to watch Nail Dance while I was on my shift at work. Hey, Jem Louise, long time no see. Đó là móng nối mà sao khi làm như vậy. So there you guys go. Oop, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Can I borrow your phone? Take pictures.
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have a temporary phone to take a picture right now. Yay. Sorry, I'm gonna take some pictures with my client's phone. You guys don't realize how clean this shit is. Like, what I have. Oh yeah, actually you do, because you've seen it right now, right? Let's do the side profile, baby. I remember the post that someone says, don't take their class if they don't post side profile pics. Lucky for me, I post side profile pics all the time. Send it to me later.
Okay.
Okay, so put the picture out for the design.
On my phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are doing white.
Which one do you want? Do you want this one or do you want
The coffin one we'll do last.
Okay.
We'll do this one first.
Okay.
So we'll do the green first. Hopefully I have enough green here. So I'll do it on the ring thing for the coffin one.
Okay.
I've got to get my black paint. And the white paint. He's constantly trying to find it. I'm just going to go black. Go white. Alright. So yeah. Let me see which one I'm painting white. I'm painting white on, oh, that's a French on the thumb. You want the French on the thumb? You want the whole finger?
I think whole finger probably.
Okay.
Or what do you, yeah.
The pinky is gonna be this color. I hope God I have enough of this color left. I have enough. I'm just gonna do one coat of white and one coat of that. This is not white. That's clear. Dang it, my students are trolling me. Sorry guys. Here it is. They be messing with my stuff. So we're doing a Beetlejuice design. So do a nice white coat first. Polishing is so important, y'all. Please, you may lose your shape in polishing because you're not polishing enough. Just do 2 thin coats, okay? I have a neon green on this one, so I'm gonna do a white as a base. So the neon will pop out more, okay? I'm gonna do very thin layers, okay? I'm not gonna do too thick because I don't need too thick, okay? I'm nudging the brush up to the cuticle area so I don't have flooded the cuticle area. Okay? Shape's still there, right? And then it's gonna be the pointer finger in white with the goop. Yeah, see that? Brush strokes, nudge it up right to the cuticle area. Get it nice and flush up there, okay? We don't want any excess polish. Yes, polishing is actually a very important technique. One of the most important technique that you can learn as a nail tech. Don't sleep on it. For the love of God, guys, don't sleep on polishing. I don't use a lot. See, I use just enough. I use the same amount over and over. Just even distribution. Okay, I don't want it bumpy. I don't want to ruin my shape. I don't want to ruin my set because I can't polish. I did such an amazing acrylic set. The last thing I want to do is have bumpy polish. Yes, some designs require you to do polishing, so learn how to polish, please. People sleep on it because they're like, we have a color correct now. Why do you want me to polish for? No. Yeah, you might think it's like Stone Age, but it isn't. So for the middle one, I'm gonna do this purple. I'm only gonna need one coat of that purple for now. I need black on the ring finger. Wait. Oh yeah, we're doing the coffin with white, right?
Yeah.
The black and white coffin. The coffin design. Even distribution of polish. Look at that, brush strokes. Right up to the cuticle area, right up there. Okay, I didn't get those nice cuticle area for nothing. Flush that polish all the way up there, baby. Thinly, brush it through. It's very pigmented. Clean up any excess, just like that. Look at that. Shape is there. Go ahead, go in. Oh, crap, a little bit of white polish leaked out there. I have to clean that later. It's the middle finger, right? That's black? Is the middle finger black?
The ring finger.
Okay, ring finger black, so the middle finger would... Oh, the middle finger is purple.
Yeah.
Notice I'm not losing my shape while I'm polishing, okay? Middle finger's purple, this one's white. Thumb is also white. If you're having polish that's like, you know, moving to the edge of their nails, it's because you're painting too much polish and it's gooping. You need to do nice thin layers. Remember, every time you polish, it's always 2 thin layers so it cures properly. Okay, if you're having problems with the polish just coming right off, that's because you're doing way too thick. So it's not curing properly. Thin layers. Same goes with top coat or matte top coat, okay? Look at that, right up to that cuticle area, okay? I'm not worried about polish going all over the place because I know that my cuticle area is flush, is sloped, so it's not gonna give me an area where it's gonna build up, okay? See how flat my brush? Look, flat my brush, I nudge it up. I'm not bringing any polish up there, I'm just pushing polish upward, right? So I have more control over it. Tilting the client's nails down so that polish doesn't drip towards her cuticle. This brush actually turns into like a fan, like it actually hits that cuticle area ever so nice. Okay, for educational purpose, I had a little bit too much polish here. Look what happened. It kind of protruded there. What do I do? Am I just gonna leave it like that? No. Get your drill bit. Okay, which one? Thumb? The thumb?
Yeah, you see?
Oh, that's because you're not getting your thumb in. I get another coat in there. Okay. Take your drill bit slightly. Get it out, okay? There you go. Don't be lazy and just leave it there. I can see it when you post pictures. So now let's do another coat. Get your hand all the way in there, okay?
Okay.
Not putting it all the way in there, that's why it's starting to crinkle up a little bit. So I'm gonna be careful, I'm gonna not bring up too much polish there. Clean my sides. Your thumb is leaning, by the way. So lift your thumb up when you go into the machine, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, guys, sorry. I'm good with that black. Let's go do the pinky now. One more coat. Oh, no, I don't need the pinky. The pinky, I'm actually gonna do this green. Hopefully, to God, I have enough here. Oh, yeah. This slime green. You see how the white brings that out so much more? You want to make sure you do a white base when using neon colors like this, okay? It actually brings the color out a lot better. I barely have any left, but I'm gonna try to milk it as much as I can. Woo! Good. Lift your thumb. Yes. Oh my goodness, my staff, they use this shit up. Can you tell? This is like the exact color in the picture too. It's very hard. Yes, you're gonna lose some of your shape when you're doing gel polish, but to be honest, minimize it as much as you can, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna add my designs. All my base colors are in. I will take out my black gel art paint here. Probably the best thing you're gonna buy for those of you guys like line work. I'm gonna take my liner brush out. It's gonna be my long brush. I'm using the long end. Give it a quick clean because I have some excess product on there from the last time. Now, of course, it wouldn't be Beetlejuice without the lines, right? Get rid of any excess because it's a very pigmented product. You don't really need a lot of it. Do some nice straight lines. Parallel to each other as much as possible. And I want these lines to be a little bit thicker like this, okay? Not the thin lines, you know, especially that's why I'm putting a little bit more pressure on my brush. And I'm spacing it out properly. Look at that. I don't take in clients, unfortunately. This client, she's just been with me for a while, and she's always getting her nails done every 2 weeks. So I don't have any. I'm not taking clients right now because I'm so busy traveling and teaching. This brush actually does all the work for me. As you see, it's long. It's almost like a ruler. Just leading it down. As long as I put it right next to the other line, I'll be fine, right? Ooh, that was close. There we guys go. I'm gonna cure that first. Go ahead and cure. What happened here? You lean on that side of the machine. I wanna cry. This is what happened. I caught her white-handed. See that? You can't trust nobody up in this industry, man. He had one job. One job. And you guys wonder why we charge you an arm and a leg. You know what her first reaction was? How did that happen? Red-handed, white-handed. I'm gonna do another thin layer. This is why we do thin layers of gel polish in case of situations like this. Just make up for it. She had her finger next to it. It came together. I'm actually gonna try to do another layer of this on here. Just pop this out a little bit more. I'm literally on my last bit of polish for this one. Jesus. Can you believe my staff actually kept this on the rack, even though they know it's like almost completely out? They're lucky I only need this as a pigment. That's vibrant, isn't it? Switcheroni. Let me see the picture again. I think this one, it's like white and black swirls, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me finish up.
It's the sandworm. Yeah.
Yeah, sandworm.
Can I take this one out right now?
No.
No?
This is line work. This straight lines. I think a lot of you guys could probably use a little bit of practice with this. It's not that hard, as long as you have the right brush. And you just gotta hold your breath. I recommend holding your breath because this actually really helps you stabilize. And if you're just starting out with this, don't do long lines, do very short lines first so you don't pass out. If you can't hold your breath that long, don't attempt long line designs. I've had top classes where we tell students to hold their breath, and I see some students are like black and blue. I'm like, oh, whoa. Breathe. They really be holding their breath. I mean, like, you can still breathe if you're about to pass out. And see, this black is very pigmented, and actually it's very smooth, but actually it stays, it's lane. If you notice that if you use a gel polish black, it's gonna actually bleed out and the lines aren't gonna be as crisp like this. This is a gel art paint. It's made for this. So I can paint this and it stays, it's lane. It'll stay striped without bleeding out. See, the last finger I did, stayed, didn't move. Everything stayed like that. Go in. So now we switch to this end and we do the sandworm. I'm going to get my white gel art paint out. This is the white version of it. And it curls like this. Okay. Let's see, this is also pigmented. It's okay, I got it. See? Use the other hand. Sorry, I gotta see how this tail swoops around. Okay. From the top end. Let me change that a little bit. It's gonna be my base for my sandworm tail thingy. I have to add black to it. Okay. Go in.
You gonna do the drops too on the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to do the drops. I'll do that last because remember I have limited of how much I have of that.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was like, I wonder if he has enough.
I'll have enough. Don't worry. This one I'll do the other direction. This is a sandworm,
Yeah.
and it's part of Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
I never even noticed.
It's just the tail.
His heels?
The tail.
The tail? He has a tail?
I guess so. Well, it's like the tail of the worm.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really into Beetlejuice. I don't really know a lot about him, other than the fact that I have to do his designs every Halloween. Okay, go ahead. Now we add the black accents to this. Sorry, I'm not talking because I'm holding my breath. See how important it is to have gel art paint, guys? If I use regular paint, there's no way these little black details are gonna stay in. They would just bleed all over the place. So that's definitely good to have the right products when you're doing these designs for the Halloween time. Oh shit, I almost fucked that up. You happy?
Yeah.
This is why art costs more, guys. Tedious as shit. People coming to you trying to get you to do this, and then they want a set for $40. Get out of my inbox. Okay, the coffin. Never trust the what?
Living.
Never trust the living. So this white is pigmented enough to cover up this black. So a nice little coffin here. A coffin over a coffin. Let's clear that first before we do the words. Probably y'all ask me, how much is this set gonna cost? A lot. Charge your worth, charge your time, charge for your artistic ability, charge for your, your craft. Charge for the fact that, they can't go anywhere and get it done like this. That's what you charge for. Any client that understands that will pay for it. Make sure that your work reflects what you're charging though, okay? It's important. The fact of the matter is, if you're doing this on a client, you better, they know that you can do this. So yes, they're not gonna go anywhere else to get it done because they've already sought you out. So yes, they will pay for your price. As long as you set that price beforehand, as long as your work reflects the price, there's no reason why you can't charge your work. Okay. Never trust the living. You can see why I do the border first. In case I mess up on this part, I can always just clean it up and I'll still have my other. So I cured my border first just for that purpose. In case I mess this part up, I can just clean this out and I'll still have my my coffin. Which happens. You can cure as you go if you want to too. See how that polish hasn't moved? G kind of janked right there. I'm happy with it. Let me finish one hand. So we're gonna end the live because I will finish the other one really quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish one hand for you guys and I'll show you guys the final one, which is gonna be.
Sparkle in the middle or no?
Yeah, I already got it right here.
Oh, okay.
Got this purple glitter sparkle right here. This for the purple. I'll put this thing so I can just. Okay, so for the purple nail. Oh, and then I have to do the drip.
Oh, yeah.
I do one more coat of gel, but I'm not gonna cure it yet. I'm gonna take this purple. Now I'm gonna cure it. Ooh, shit. Look like a little badass. That's what's up, guys. That's what's up. You know, trust the process. The set will come through. Oh, I'm gonna do this one later.
Oh, we're gonna wait. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What? How?
What's wet?
Oh, you probably touched my glove.
Oh.
no, you didn't cure this. I can't stand you with the thumb. Good thing I'm doing the end last. You're leaning like this. You're not putting it in there. Like, see what you're doing? That's why it's not curing. So you're like slanted, so it's not curing. I gotta redo that thumb. But after that, we just dust off this excess and the glitter will stay on. And of course, we gotta do the drip. Hopefully I have enough for the drip. Before that, let me do the drip. I'm gonna try to squeeze as much out as possible with this. Just not much. To try to accomplish this drip. I don't think we'll have enough. Yeah, we might. So the drip, I'm gonna do the same concept as I did with the when I painted white. I'm gonna do white first. Want to drip from top, bottom here?
Bottom.
Bottom up?
Yeah.
So I'll do my drip like this. And then I'll go through it with the green later. It'll pop out. Right now you can't really see it because it's the white and white. Once the green hits it, you'll be able to see it. Use my white as a base right now. Okay, go ahead. Get that cured. Yeah, it's so weird. All these people is still getting spam comments and stuff like that. These gel pods are from Wave Gel. Okay. Just go over the white. We'll have a kind of a green slime drip from the tip up. Remember, you have to put a white down first because these are like very neon colors. So sometimes it won't pop out unless you have like a white to have it as a base. Oh my goodness. I just have just enough with this one finger. Ooh, that's so cute. I'm not gonna lie, that's cute as balls. So the real question, guys, matte or top coat? Wow. Matte or top coat? Matte or top coat, guys? Oh, the glitter. You can probably get this on Amazon, to be honest with you. Just put like glitter, or go to like a Joanne Fabrics or something like that. You can probably get that. That's just me being honest. It's not really that special. But my question is now is, do we do? I think top coat, right, guys? Clear, right? Matte. Okay, let's do matte first and show a bit about matte. We'll do both. I'll do one matte, one top coat, and I'll take a picture. I'll show you guys later. But she likes hers shiny, so I'll do a matte first. So I use my matte top coat. Money back guarantee. Okay. We'll do matte. loves Matt. No one likes Ryan. Very thin coat. I guess this is what looks like shiny. I gotta admit, this set is cute. I was a little bit iffy at first when you were bringing me this stuff, but you're 2 for 2 for Halloween nails now.
Love it.
In? Thumb. Get it? Yeah. So let's see what these look like. And I'm gonna finish off the other hand after I end the live so I can get out of here. Cause I got somewhere to be. It'll take me about another maybe 5-10 minutes to do the other hand. Cause I only got minor things to do. I just gotta fix the thumb. Don't look at me like that. That was on you. Look at that. So about 30 to 60 seconds for my mat. My mat is a very nice medium consistency mat. It works on a lot of things. It gives it a nice, very nice matte finish. But once this thing turns off in about 20 seconds, we'll see the finished result. Hey. Hey. Happy Halloween, y'all. That's what's up. Oh, crooked ass fingers. Never trust clients. This is what this says. Never trust the client. The other nail, I'm gonna write client down here, okay? Because this is why. Never trust the client. This is why. Right here, everybody. Never trust the client to put their hands in the gel machine correctly. Look at that, everybody loving the mate. Ooh. Alright guys, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. For those of you guys that DM me about classes, I'll respond to them tonight. I got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of stuff to plan out. I'll see you guys hopefully tonight. We'll do another Q&A. For those of you guys that are new to my page, please follow the Nail Dad Studios page. And definitely you'll be able to catch all my lives, alright? Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.